ministry coming your way live from the Ndigbo 99.1 FM and Boston. It's lovely Monday morning. Today is the first day in the month of November, the new month in the year 2021. It's about 6 minutes and the hour of 11. Wherever you are listening to us from, whatever you may be doing, whoever you may be with, it's a pleasure to welcome you to Good Governance Ministry, where we preach good governance, where we look at issues and speak truth as far as these issues are concerned. My name is Tony Olisa Mbeki. We'll be looking at this very topic before I bring in our usual guests. We're looking at Igbos, know thyself. It was Aristotle that once said, man, know thyself. And we'll be looking at Igbos, know thyself. Trying to bring back that very universal and that very long and aged aphorism, man, know thyself. Igbos, know thyself. Let me quickly bring in Chinedu Peter Asazo, who will help me to dissect and then pieces everything we need to talk about the way Igbos should know themselves and how they would know themselves. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the Peter Asazo.
Thank you, and our listeners and viewers across the globe, thank you very much, and want to first of all appreciate you for looking out for me. Last week we weren't here, and so many calls came in. I really, it's an encouragement, just as health issues, so I just have to get myself back and we can come back again. So thank you, I'm good to have you all back again on this program.
All right, thank you so much. And remember, the program is Good Governance Ministry, GGM. When we talk about man knowing themselves, just like we have earlier said, is a very succinct aphorism for any man who has studied philosophy and then who has also thought about different things around him. Because definitely you must conquer yourself. You must also conquer your environment and at the same time dictate how things work out for you in every sense. Now coming to this issue of man know thyself, according to Socrates, because I think it was Socrates who made that very statement. Man know thyself and the problem of personal identity. Let's talk about how Igbos can know themselves and then the problem of Igbo identity. Let's talk about it.
Okay, you see, I've always said this thing time and over on our platform BVI Channel 1, and I've also called on our people, because if you go out there, once you ask our people, what do you want? He said, I want freedom. I want freedom. I want freedom. And I tell our people, no Igbo, na nwere onwe na-ebido na mmara onwe. Nwere onwe na-ebido na mmara onwe. In case you don't understand that, what it means that your freedom starts from self-knowledge. You must know thyself. Talking about Igbo identity, who are you? What is the norms and values our forefathers, established that made their civilization one of the best at that time? What are the principles and norms driving an Igbo community, an Igbo identity? That if you see this person, you say that Mwanya bụ onye Igbo. And I must tell you, Ndigbo are a lot of people that wants to go out to conquer people, to suppress them, to take their land by force. Ndigbo is known for their independent mindset. Ndigbo is known for their resourcefulness. Ndigbo is well known for communal effort, self-help communal effort in transforming their society, even dating back prior to colonization, even slave trade era. Our people, our society is set up in that way that hey, we go ma ndị ụmụ ikorobịa ma the women wing and the rest, everyone, even the masquerade, Ndu Otu and all the rest of them, they were all designed to, help Igbo society to strive, where everybody is a stakeholder in the community. Everybody is a stakeholder. Everybody has something to contribute. And you look to the first, the benefit of the community before anyone else. What will anything it will be interpreted as either beneficiary to the community or to your immediate environment. For instance, if you look at living what they call things fall apart, that age, it shows a clear picture of what an Igbo society truly is. You see people making personal sacrifice. You see people na na-echi mmadụ echichi ife a na-abuse these days. A na-echi mmadụ echichi. A na-eke echichi ka a na-eke akara na beans. You work it out. You deserve it. You earn it by your public service. Not even by your personal service to yourself and your personal achievement, but by your service to the community. By your service to the community. And currently now, in this dispensation where we are today, I must tell you, we have drifted so far from our original identity. And perhaps that is why we are suffering, or why we are in where we are today. You see people, everybody is now pushing myself alone. To the point that those who come out to sacrifice themselves, just like we are doing, sacrificing all resources, time, energy, and even risking lives to liberate our people first, mentally, so that our people understand whom they are. They will start suspecting you. They will even ask me, many people have asked me, what is it that you want to gain? They will even suspect that everybody, that anything you want to do for the community, no one something must attach to it. And that is, you don't blame people, because over time, if you're not, before you do anything, you attach your personal interest. No more communal interest. Nobody is thinking about what he will do for the people, for the community, that will benefit even himself. You put the benefit, just like when we were talking about end to open grazing. We started this program to end open grazing because I am at the effect on our people, our economy, and also for our food security. When the money is now turned into a massacre. And we saw it. We started telling our people, let us mandate government of the South is to ban this open grazing. More one interest needs with Igbo, because I want to revive our identity. In a village, I published it on our YouTube channel. So many times I've made documentary. Tony, you can attest to it. Ebatana village, but now, hardly will you see any house have that setup to rear animals, goats, sheep for meat provision. Mana onworozi onye na-eche ka esi enwe gini provide ya. I had interest in going into agriculture even as a kid. I love it. I wanted to do it. It's one of the things that are driving me. That is one of the things I was pushing for. If you go into agriculture today, with the kind of open grazing, the kind of manners we are seeing, it will destroy everything that you have invested. It will destroy it. Now, when you look at it, and you know that every other person is also passing through that same thing, and you know that this can be curbed if you have a responsible government. If you have a responsible government, you see government that will encourage young people. I've lived abroad. I've seen how government help young people, entrepreneurs, to invest in businesses that will create jobs and make life better for other people. But here you don't have such people. You don't have such people that will encourage your people to go into agriculture, that will go into even IT, this artificial intelligence, and the rest of them, where the world is heading to. No, because you have a responsible government, people who are not leaders, people who are not going where the people are heading to, but people who are driven by their personal interest. So all of this is what instigated what we have been doing. But unfortunately, our people have been suspecting, thinking, some people even call on this program, thinking that this program was one of those programs politicians say na sponsor my election. We started this program so many years ago in different forms and shades. Until about last year, we started this very movement because I received that direct message to deliver our people mentally. Because that is if somebody, the worst thing that can happen to you is somebody to take away your right to choose. Because people are saying, okay, we have had all these things. Who do you endorse for this Anambra election? Could only get endorsed so that we will follow the person. We are not here to endorse anybody on your behalf. We want Ndigbo to come back to their original mindset of having independent mind, so that in that sense of judgment, sound mind, so that you'll be able to know the right and the wrong. That is what we are doing here. And I suspect, we are here to give you that information, because information is power. So that you begin to think, so that you begin to analyze things independently. So that you will not say that no, that's also a game or game cause. But from what we have seen, what we have narrated, you now begin to. It's when you start thinking, you start getting results and answers. People are no longer thinking. People want people to think on their behalf and take decisions on their behalf. That's why we have been acting as people who don't know what we want from government. So we have done a whole lot. We have achieved a whole lot, I must tell you. We have achieved a whole lot. And I will list them in just 2 minutes. From the one of ban on open grazing, you saw how it happened. We did our own best. My own is to deliver the message. Time will sort out the rest. Time is our greatest partner, and it will not disappoint. Our own is to deliver. We are not here to force you to do whatever. When we said, okay, let's go out for 1 million march for end on open grazing and the rest of them, many people were just being naive about it. And I said, let time sort it out. Today, every Southeast state is all running about to ban open grazing. It became the center of discussion because we saw it before it came. We also talked about the issue of politicking in the church. I must tell you, it was no longer business as usual. Although there were some sketchy happenings about it. We also talk about when you want to campaign, because all you are the in thing. You have Anambra State Airport. I am not a politician. I'm not a member of any political party. But I must tell you, what we say here is that, Tony, if you make a campaign, you do campaign from your achievements, either as a public officer or as a private individual. What have you done? What have you kept on ground? What is the signature that you have kept on ground that will last the test of time? What is the situation of your educational system, your health system, the security, provision of job? What have you done on ground offline? Nobody else won't go and he make you unnecessary statement, political statement. If I do cook, if I get a direct impact on the people, ML policy no bodo even nam. In whenever he feel to be ozbo. Import the street, you start seeing the effect immediately for just one policy. Man, if they're here, I can now so gonna go Igbo and then the policy need say and assign out to billions and the rest of them. And at the end of the day, it will not have any direct interpretation in the lives of the people. It's same meaning and government. No. So what we are doing, this message gradually it is penetrating. And I must tell the people, we must remain consistent. If this voice must keep speaking, as long as we have the little resources to sustain it. No man, a politician born of a woman, that is sponsoring anything we are doing, and we are not expecting them to. We don't need their money. We don't need their money. What we need is
good governance, and the people must continue insisting on it, especially in Igbo. My apple, my apple, my apple, we don't have any other home. We must fix this place. Our educational system must be working. Our public sector must be working. I partner with a lot of groups, on our float, trying to bring in intellectuals that will transform our homeland. If for that now, the problem anywhere will kick back and kick floors and bottleneck political activities. Our own government in a put, see, never prevent. When somebody, it's amazed me. One of the programs I did in Enugu, you see somebody coming from Saudi Arabia, design on all their rail network. You see our people doing exploits outside, designing their cities and the rest of them. We have Ndigbo doing all these exploits. When they come down here to interpret this and to put it on ground, the problem I get one of the politicians that have nothing to offer. Not a government, no cheer everywhere. On that, think you benefit direct. Or when I can't hire a direct or block wire, and the people are not suffer. By now, body. So that is what is motivating what GGM is doing. And I must tell you that GGM is a movement driven by ideology and will continue on it. Ndigbo, Maruno.
All right, thank you so much. Remember, this is Good Governance Ministry coming your way live from the 99.1. You see, we are still here with Chineke Peters. We're looking at Igbos know themselves. Igbos know themselves. In the same very formula and then the same manner, Socrates made a very statement: man, know thyself, and then know your identity is important. And then we have listened to Shadu, and then we are also going to ask some very important questions and then very pertinent questions. And one of the pertinent questions would be: how do we know ourselves? How do we know ourselves? That's one. And then secondly, how do we identify ourselves? What are those things that we have in common? That whatever you say, this is an Igbo man. This is my brother. This is my sister. Why do I say so? We have these things in common. Those cherished ideas, norms, values, not the ones that are fading away, but those things. Can you remind us some of those things? Okay. We can really see, hear, and without say, this is my brother, this is my sister, this is our identity.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Let me start by making this illustration. If I am born by a king, under any circumstances, I was taken out as a slave and brought up as a slave, I would think I am a slave. History. Until someone we are waking you of your background. One of the ways we can know whom we are as a people is our history. And unfortunately, Nigerian system have almost abolished history from these institutions. That is why even the mother name can different. Our history is an integral part of us and what makes us whom we are. We are very resourceful people from the history. Despite the fact that the Nigerian state they don't like some part of our history where our people stood against all odds during war situation, they were able to create innovations, run a smooth governance that what a fuel scarcity at that time. They were refining their fuels. Innovation, creating machines, running a smooth governance in that small time that they had. That is the ingenuity of our people. That is the ingenuity of our people. Our people are people who are they create things out of nothing. But if you don't know and understand your history, you're not going to move. And one thing that makes us strong is that, like I said earlier, we think for the benefit of the people first.
we look out for ourselves. And one thing again, let me just digress a little bit, which is very important. Our language, Igbo language, is one of our identity. We are losing it with double quick match. Now pride themselves that their children are that sweet. Or if you want to know na school bagote na nwe amara sweet. Obuko na Ndigbo. Obuko na Ndigbo. So these are some of the things gradually we are bringing to the consciousness of our people. This is our civilization. This is whom we are. Let me tell you one of the exhibitions that shows that we are now becoming so self-centered. I will just use this because this is affecting every one of us, especially in Onitsha here. The way I say we drive like mad people. We drive like common sense. Even traffic light should not tell you that you should not drive in the opposite direction, the opposite traffic. Nay drive or you are heading on to block other people going their own way. Or when you are traffic in a move slowly, why don't you patiently follow it? Yeah, now I studied this thing very well, and I saw that this thing is interpreted in almost all our spheres of life. In the way I say my business, in the way I say my politics, in the way I say virtually everything. Everybody is in a hurry, going nowhere. The politicians are in a hurry to make billions out of public funds at the expense of the people, accumulating primitive wealth that they don't need. I saw people driving like mad people, just they are in a hurry, heading nowhere. Sometimes they bring their kids. You are just telling those kids, you are just training those kids to become a nuisance in our society. You are just one person, but you have 6 children. You have created 6 nuisance because of their attitude. These are part of the things. I'm out on the street, let help of traffic to flow. And I see, oh, boom, boss, India. Only keke, do one trouser with you trouser, do the arum or banana bomb no bam. And look, I cried, but I continued because in a for that now, it's just a resultant effect of the society. I know they are victims of the system that had failed them. On a bamba ko we zunwe na school. You ja dokasiro onwe aru anu ko we banare ndi ozo je beat traffic, make all manner of maneuvers. Ko we raise a lot, at least enough money you just send them to private school. Aki age erugo because oye said the to public school. Most of the people na keke na paper and laborer no go in like you just public school because all man na we are on one ga got idea. That is why we are doing what we are doing to fix our public system. Open our public system, I tell you, every part of our society will start working. Open our private school. Now with the kind of fees I put there. You compare with the government school that is up to standard. No quality teacher, trained teacher, good environment, all facilities to train a child much more than even the private sectors can provide. On we're gonna 200, 300, 400,000 from where a dollar. And I could 10 years for 400,000. Even when I go mother Mana, with a public sector that is working. If we reduce this pressure on our society, our people will be doing nothing. One day, mother, not about I will be going to be going to come mother. And the local health sector. All the go see back here, Ketana, but Arabia, if I are in Talisi. Instead of every man or snow no. A bobu papiano no. A bobu papiano. I want to wait it out. Yeah, you just no, you just go lawyer. Because when neglect. But you get a private sector, or not private hospital called the river. For that now. Oh, remember we can all sell them only under AC. We can only under AC. You know what I go? Man, how many person can afford it? If all these things a blue pressure, to them the madonisi. On Wednesday in HZ market on your everybody needs your ọ dịzie ka ọsọ eluigwe ka anyị na-agba agbagba ọsọ eluigwe all per head onye na isi onwe mana n'ụwa anyị nọ n'ọsọ ụwa anụ anyị nọ we must learn how to live communally. Ndị na-enene na geo-wide, this very station was my very most preferred station because I study animals. To be surprising, I must tell you that most animals are far better off than humans in their activities and in the way they survive in the jungle. The animals that overcome their predators are the animals that work together, that stick together, that look after each other. Predators don't take them anyhow. But here, when we humans are only after of our own self, our predators, they are now fufu. You see, that is why we have to come back to whom we are originally. As a people, can you be don't live together, bond back together? When you try to drive against traffic, you know that now, if you name get in the ozone half of it's an attacker. Open no every in as well, every in a mayor name. Because we are talking about creating ambassadors of GGM everywhere, and it starts with a mentality. It is an attitude. Gradually, the bani ne bidoketavo ne sonye why how can there was some little miscreants, but I mean they went to touchy area in every society. But the more we proceed with the right attitude, the better for every one of us. And don't hear GGM they preach. And we will continue as long as we have little resource to sustain what we are doing. And I must tell you, it has been biting these recent months. But we continue. Our personal property. But I know that we are on a mission to transform our society for good. On a video go viral. Now we can internet. Ụmụaka na-agụ national anthem n'ime swamp na mmiri in a very dilapidated environment. Many of you listening to me saw that video. I was looking at that video from a different perspective. Even we that are lamenting, you are trying to show how bad the government is and how bad the government have been without knowing that you are the cause of the situation of those. Those kids represent the future of every kid in Nigeria. As you are looking at those kids without a future, you are looking at your own children because you help in creating such environment. And I discuss in my ball Saturday. The man who the storekeeper, when I want out to the party have a listen and sideline one party. Mana party have audio. Nobody. But you ever had a man say, I'm after the party I may rally, you see them an election. Or some Nande mother than ever. Nanya one day found one more can order support of party. On the one day back at support of party. Only not there. Come on, Jeba or Jeketego. And one categorically immediately mean the boy call Bafu. The lever Kabaketego. Now if I go, now Jeketego. But when when you are getting the money, know that they have already achieved what they want, which is popularity. Without popularity, you cannot win an election. You got to the election. You got to the popularity election. And all that popularity I can upon ya when you rig the election. Obon and the bani hotalo. That's no farmer. Now, boom with no. N'ife gburu ọtụrụ na ọtụrụ n'ike ibe na-esi nkakwu ibe nkakwu na-esi ka ya dị nkakwu n'ime. We are our source of our problem. Don't you know that you have already cast your vote already before the election? Each and every video is a color on telling negotiation on telling you know huge supporters. Paputa's manufactures your numbers in the election. But you gave them the numbers. You gave them the numbers. So even now, when they buy an apple, Malu they fed them on. Election Navadia, over this week, all are ndụmọdụ ka nna adụ ndị be anyị maka ọdịmma anyị onye agwọ batakwute ebie anyere eje mụnye biya ọkụ ka o wee gbuo agwọ not even minding na ụmụ ya nọ n'ime ụlọ ahụ because na agwọ bapụta gị enwenezi ebe gị ọkụ ada eme ya eme nna m o nwere ebe a na-eme ya eme. But we must sort this thing out and preserve our identity, preserve our efforts. This little thing, if Ndigbo manage to build for themselves after the 1967 to 70 war against the Biafran people, the war of attrition, our people were brought to 0.000. Everything was grounded. About the same story everywhere. Businesses collapsed, everything collapsed, and we were able to bring up and build up through self-help. Through self-help. If even government in the southeast, but then to private people. Their private houses, because some of them will say their offices. The little things we have done without the help of any government, let us not destroy it with our two hands, but rather let us push to stop. Mention be eba manicho ebe ngado okwu agba ebe na okwu agba na dị mmadụ anya n'iru na BVI Channel 1 jebe from tomorrow till Friday na agbasa ozi mmadụ ene mmadụ anya ichi ghọta ife anyị nwere ike ikwu maka gbasara this election. In that internet, yeah, Choboni, yeah, Jokune Bogi, Gebozi BVI Channel 1. We do tomorrow till Friday. Can the buy make a mistake? I make here. I regret about it for the next 4 years. Because in only take years to build, but it takes just seconds to destroy it. Let us not destroy our homeland that we managed to build since 1970 till date, no matter how bad it is. But our people have been through self-efforts. All the residential houses sitting on the child, make a government thing. Or make a government thing. I told you, one of the government in our civil servants, homes, or teachers' quarters, this one quarters, this ministry quarters. None. So the little we have managed for ourselves by our self-effort, let us not destroy it with our two hands. Do not listen to anyone that tells you otherwise. Do not listen to do not help anyone that wants to in any way try to use you in any way. I'm saying it because this message came directly from our ancestors who have bled and drenched their blood to preserve our homeland. Do not sacrifice their effort and make their sacrifice in vain. Come this Saturday. BVI Channel 1. Thank
you so much. Let's quickly open the phone lines. Can we hear you there? Now the topic today is man know thyself. But then take it away from Socrates to Igbos. Know thyself. The identity of an man. What are those identities? What are they known for? Their contribution is needed. What do you think that wants to see? You know that this is the spirit of Igbo's Ebola. Let's open the phone. 0906 1414 478 or 0773 81 555 15. Let's go straight to the phone lines. Hello, good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you. You're welcome.
Darling.
You're welcome.
more work lawyer, Kumuna Chibai, plus you had half of four. Young fellow, you can go with a very well, if I am below, but the Guruso, let that food in here. I would not be buying of the tar. It would be our control of the Zambeki.
You're welcome.
What to Toma, when you buy another Ghana Tonina.
I'll want them all.
I am Boma, dear Michael, great money table.
You're welcome.
Ekening in Uku, in Oklahoma, in Osta, you come at Uku. Obo Nandana, you one however he is. Imano Gagalama. But I'm giving you Kubura. I will look at the Ghana for the lecturer. We are the flag, yeah. That's a huge election. That's why I'm a Wanaga, even 100 years. Come, I may know on Junior at the airport. What they would do in there? What they would do in there? The match of the no windy, PVC in the muddy. Katina Kante, I neck will go that I'm not in it. Or we do be the simple come. Or Tapamania, 120,000. I will break up. I will reckon I will manage here. No way, Father, for each email, because of basic and primary sector heat. Or we just not buy at Kobodo. Why no one, if you could see me for fundamental TV, could see me, I don't think much with email of a novel, you could get Cognac and I can't do. Welcome, what up,
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Yeah, good morning.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
I'm American. Good morning to you.
I'll want them all.
Chidi Chukuma, it's in Bo,
You're welcome, Chidi Chukuma.
I'm making a getting the Chineto. It's no Usi Canada. I can't what I go get DJ. I got admission. Go for the video. Gabanya go with basic for the election when I'm like a more the accusation. But I thank God for you. The courage. I won't ever want to make courage. A car boss. One who seek a making way failure. Who was that I win a book Basalo Ndigbo, Ndigbo. Ndigbo one on the way for I and never with them. I work on the Nempo, on the Natin Dobinsa. Makasati do Nampo. Maloney Chinekebo, Mali the Chineke and Sonso. Banasianso, Fadi Bumad, Badao, Onga Paisana, Fadi Chicoton reform, Fada Awa Mura, make it on with her. You can divide my Buabu Amawata, you will make it a boy, no one nigga. What's up with you? In fact, if you go to pass, take a pass, Amarosin, every party, and the farmer on the farm. Why about to I will get up? Because I like this way. Okay, I'm not going to what I can point not to a guy or that. Then what I can get out one of the Puna school, and I have to go to Guamaka. Well, the money is never know your school for your language. The money will give him what you want to keep him out of the oil. And I organization pass off makande mali bayo kunya nyaka mwana kwa makana bro nya bona take radio dika I want to take radio for them we do radio but no can support so now we can we grassroots then a local government you know bro you will do na obodo ọbụla tupu webo ụmụ nwaanyị dị mbọ ụmụaka dị mbọ mgbe na ebe ha dịrọ nkọ ọ bụrụ nke ọ bụrụ nke ọzọ ha sonye ihe a na-eme ọkwọ ugbu aka ya anọ ya ka o ji dị ka akwara ya azụ ebe ọbụla mana anyị na-ayọ ka anyị siri ike kwesịrị ike n'ebe gbasachikwa ya obodo ọ ga-adịrị anyị mana ha ji.
Amen. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's quickly go back to the phone lines and take because okay. All right. Hello, good morning. I hear you. Please go on. Please go on. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you. You're welcome. It's going. We can hear you. It's good. Well, we can hear you. Hold us back. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you. You're welcome.
Down one now.
You're welcome.
trọst onye ọsa ichekwa di ya ịta karịa onye mechekwa di ya ịbụ mụa n'ebe a na-agwụsa mbọdị si ya na ọ na-abụ gaa ahịa nwee ka m efu ihe n'ụzọ wee gote ihe dịka ihe oyi oli hụ na enweghị m politiks a m ga-etinye ya na na-achọ ebe wee gote Whatapp ọ na-adị difkọt ịghọta nwa onye ibe ya ebido nweta aka Whatapp ma gara ya gasị anya mana ndị a n'ebe onye ukwu onye so anyị kwesịrị ịnaghachi na ịgụ nwanne anyị nwata dị status ogbugbo onye ahụ as nwanne gị nwata na steeti o si so now before I end today enwere delusion n'aka a na-akụnye ndị mmadụ n'ime which a ga-achọ ka anyị leba anya na ya bụ na anyị wepụ ụkpụrụ anyị na political process ebe a ka anyị ga-eji wee nweta ihe anyị na-achọ ime onwe anyị still accept the political process nweta ihe anyị na-achọ so mana people na-aba anyị into this idea mana for me as a text na-apụta n'ọrịa onwe anyị because I'm a Yoruba with political bloc, not with political bloc, but it's a political bloc. So I have to say that is that how prepared are we? We have the Chino Convention and PDP. That's our work. So now they show interest. But no single Igbo man. Again, what is our focus? And I am a Tamo Gulu Water, once in our Igbos are eminently qualified to Nigeria, but they are too divided to take candidates. So let us go back to who we are as a person. I want to go with joy and actuation here.
Thank you so much, Nemo.
Okay.
Questions. Let's quickly react to the questions and then conclusion because we are running out of time.
Okay. The first thing I'm going to all our listeners across the globe is that we have made a lot of sacrifice on we have paid our dues, but we'll continue to educate our people. We have much to do, even going to the villages, educate people, even going to schools, echoing the right spirit in the minds of these children, so that we'll be able to have a better system, society we can actually be proud of. This program had continued to be sponsored so single-handedly by BVI Channel 1, of which I am the publisher. The person that called Ndigbo and Ndigbo had always come here with me. He's a partner, not just a partner, he's a director of BVI Channel 1. He's one of the directors, along myself, and we are driven by the ideology. It will interest you to know that at some point, Ndigbo personally have to, sell his personal property. As much as we all are doing to sacrifice so many things to liberate the moment. And we are calling out for the GGM ambassadors. We want GGM ambassadors, people who will propagate this gospel everywhere they are, people who will be an ambassador and a representative of truth, equity, and justice, of which that is what we preach right here. To join GGM by calling 0810 420 7522. I repeat, to join GGM, call 0810 420 7522 or 08060 982212. You can also follow BVI Channel 1 on the social media, on BVI Channel 1 YouTube and Facebook. You can search for me personally and follow what I do on Asu Chinedu Peters. It is my and you can call me directly